for every move they make. Get ready for the impact, no way to take it back. This is the steel and canvas, this ain't no time for practice. High stakes, spectacle, adrenaline attack, welcome to Slammin' It. Slammin' It.
And welcome to another installment of Slammin' It. I am Mando Medina. To the right of me, in person, the Jack of Rock, Jack Lutz. Give me the double bicep, brother. There you go. Give me the single left-handed tricep, brother. We are live here in the beautiful city of the Crosses.
That's right, Mondo. We're here at the Gym, 1690 South Valley Drive. This is where we are broadcasting here today. We are open for all of your gymming needs, so come on in. Sophia will take care of you.
What did you do the operating hours again? I was not listening to you.
4 to 10, Monday through Friday, and we're open Saturday and Sunday.
Employee staffed?
Well, yes.
At 4 a.m.?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. People come in here. They open up here at 4 a.m. We got the coffee. I don't know how long the coffee's been there, but yeah. We get the coffee brewed every morning. We got the Mega Tea that Henry makes in the back.
What was the name of my man?
That's Henry.
Henry. Shout out to my man Henry. Made me the Mega Tea. I'm a little excited, a little bit.
That's gonna hit you, man. That's gonna.
You got I got the. Is that like a lime flavor?
Yes.
All right, good.
By the way.
Yes, sir. By the way,
I meant to say. Allow me to say, happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I wanted to do that here on the show.
I figured you were waiting because you do something you do every year. You know it comes up, and you purposely don't say anything because it makes you laugh. Admit it.
Yes. That's why.
I do the same.
That's why.
It's the crescendo.
That's why I thank God we have the live broadcast.
Yes.
So I can say publicly, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're older, wiser, and we work out, so we don't look our age.
No, we don't.
Before we get to the comments and all that good stuff, we do have to talk about a couple of stuff that's going on. First of all, I want to give a big props to an El Pasoan who's doing a tremendous job in the world of professional wrestling. I'm talking about Persephone. Of course, she's from El Paso. Shout out to Persephone and her dad, Alfred. And the reason why I bring her up, not only because she's kicking ass, not only because she is very popular, believe it or not, she's one of the most popular luchadores.
Believe it.
In the world. She's got like a cult following. It's good for her. And, of course, she's the CMLL Women's Champion right now. She's doing a lot of stuff with AEW. We'll talk about that in a couple of seconds. Of course, she's been on Collision the last 2 weeks. She got eliminated in the Owen Hart tournament, but then Sasha Banks kind of interfered as well. But then she also advanced to the It's either TBS. The TBS title. She's moving on, so I think she'll be wrestling for that in Forbidden Door. The reason why I bring her up is not only because she's doing great, she's from El Paso, but also congratulations to her because she is now on a Disney Plus program. It is, when you go to Disney Plus, they got the Hulu, they got the National Geographic and all that good stuff. She is on a National Geographic show. It's Jack, this is something that you would like to see. When you have a couple of guys that travel, they go to different countries.
Yes.
I myself love to watch stuff like that when it's cooking shows. Like when you see this one guy, he's going to go to
very Anthony Bourdain,
something
sort of
like that. But that little bit of comedy kind of thrown into it. So, in this particular show, it's called it's called The Best of the World with Antoni Porowski. It's brand new. They just came out last week.
Good.
And she is on the very first episode. It's called Mexico City because on this show with National Geographic, that means the guy's going to go everywhere, Antoni, right? So Antoni goes to different countries, and his first stop is Mexico, and he goes to Mexico City. And so he's, of course, eating the food and doing different cultural stuff from Mexico, and he makes a stop at the arena there, the famous arena there in Mexico City, and the segment is all with Persephone. And so he actually gets in the ring, he takes a bump, then some of the other female wrestlers throw him down. So he got in there, interviews Persephone, he says that she's from El Paso, does a great job. And then they actually show, and I'm going to tie it into the news. You're going to see how good of a guy I am. I'm going to segue it. They show her wrestling there later on that night, and he's sitting front row right next to Persephone's dad, Albert, a friend of mine. Shout out to Albert. Alfred, and then his mom her mom is there too. So mom and dad are there, and then Antoni's there as well. and she is wrestling, and she's wrestling against Tessa Blanchard.
Wow.
She's wrestling against Tessa
she's
Blanchard,
in the news
and
too.
she is the news. We're going to get to it. Like I said, that's why I'm the Segway king. But nonetheless, congratulations. It's a good, I would say, like a good 10-minute segment that Anthony spends there. Antony, I think his name.
Yeah.
Antony spends there in the Lucha Libre part of it, because he goes into the whole Lucha Libre culture and the whole Lucha Libre scene that there's in Mexico. And, of course, for us, we've always known how it is. But the fact that they chose Persephone, because he could have picked any of the wrestlers there, but the fact that she speaks English and she's actually an American, but she's down there doing, and she even says that, hey, I'm not from Mexico. I'm actually was born from El Paso, an American.
Close
but
enough.
Go down there and do my stuff. It's a tremendous segment.
Yeah.
So it's on Disney Plus on the National Geographic part of it. It's called Best of the Road with Antony Perowski. It's the very first episode. It's Mexico City. I would say it's about maybe like 12 minutes into the segment, because he goes to different places. It's like an hour-long show. He's like maybe 12, 13 minutes into it. It's like a 10-minute segment devoted to the Lucha Libre.
What's not to like?
Persephone.
What's not to like? I mean, you got traveling, you got food, you got wrestling, you got local people. So what's not to like about it? So be sure to tune into that.
Yeah, and like I said, watch it later on. After we're off the air, watch it. And so just want to give a shout-out to all of them doing all that. So
All right.
So, yeah. So the reason why we bring up Tessa Blanchard is that Tessa Blanchard is in the news, Jack, because the big rumor, well, not a rumor, it came out that Tessa Blanchard has reportedly departed from TNA again, but this time not in bad circumstances. The first time was bad circumstances.
Yeah.
We don't know the whole story when it comes to all that stuff. Allegedly, a lot of stuff was said, but she has gone. And apparently she asked for a release. Of course, you had a couple other big TNA stars get the release as well.
So the news is, where do you go from there? I mean, so she asked for her release. She got her release from TNA. A lot of people are saying, oh, my gosh, will we finally see her in WWE, on WWE TV? I think they can handle someone as abrasive as her. I wouldn't mind seeing her on there.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Like, I met her this time last year. Well, I think it was like last March when TNA came to El Paso. Of course, from the beautiful city of the crosses. But TNA came to El Paso, I think it was a year ago in May. They came to El Paso, and she was one of the one thing I love about TNA is that they're old school. They'll have the wrestlers promote the event maybe a month out, and then especially the week of the event, they'll be there they do the whole media tour.
The press junket, they'll be at the TV stations.
When it came to TNA last year, the first time they came out, it was either March or April, I can't remember what it was, because the second time was December, but the first time they came, like in March, it was Mike Santana, who was not yet the heavyweight champion. And then it was Tessa Blanchard. So I met Tessa, interviewed her, talked to her. She was very nice, very professional. The thing about Tessa, she actually lives in Mexico City, so she's there. That's why she's wrestling in CMLL. So when you talk about where she's going to end up, I mean, you see Persephone is in AEW, so I mean,
so you could see her in AEW
I could
over
see
WWE
her,
TV?
I could.
Okay.
I could see her going to AEW.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind either one. I think she's paid her penance, so to speak, for things that she may or may not have allegedly. I'll even tack that on there.
And all that stuff was like 7 years ago.
So may or may not allegedly said, may not have not said. But
Mila Grace and, of course, former TNA World
She's
Champion Steve Macklin were the ones that were released.
Yeah.
So according to FIFO Select, Tessa asked for her release, and she got it.
Makes you wonder why. Why? What was the reason?
I don't know that, and of course you think about the TNA, how they have that deal on Impact on AMC and AMC Plus every Thursdays, I believe 7 o'clock. It's a good show. Mike Santana currently is the heavyweight champion. They're going to be coming to El Paso
again
for a live taping, for a live showing.
They love coming down here.
They really do love coming to El Paso. So they're going to be in El Paso December the 17th and the 18th. So the 17th, I do believe that's the date. I mean, whatever that Thursday is, You know, I know because it's the same day that Doomsday's coming out.
Yeah.
So it's the day before.
Oh, by the way, I got news for you.
Oh, really?
Regarding
Excellent. July 11th?
Yeah, regarding our little house show that's going to be up
Okay,
here.
good. Well, I will look forward to doing that segue. So TNA's coming in December for the TNA Impact showing. So, like I said, they love coming to El Paso. So, like, Hardys are still there. They got great talent in TNA. I think the production has gone so up for TNA.
It's the best it's been.
It really has.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, it's been very good with the talent. Nick Nemeth is there. And we talk about the Hardy Boys. They got some good talent
The
there.
working relationship that they've had with WWE in the past.
So I'm very curious as to why she asked for the release, Jack.
So, dude, we can speculate all we want. Here's the thing: we will eventually find out. She's going to end up on TV somewhere.
Yeah.
Where, we don't know.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. So that is basically the biggest news of today. We go to the comments. My boy Alex Chavez says that I haven't cared about anything since last week. Been saving all my F's for this wrestling show. That is an inside joke from my boy Alex.
Food,
when we
fortune.
No. I'll tell you the story, and
Okay.
you know the people involved in this story. Well, I think you do, because it's radio related. So that is a funny comment by my boy. I'm gonna have to move this because our little thing. There you go. Let me move right there because now you can see it because our little thing here, our little mixer, has all these lights and stuff. So.
And if you'd like to add a comment too, please do
Yes,
so.
please do all that good stuff.
And
so,
like and subscribe.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I always forget. You know, it's funny because before we started, I was showing Jack all the stuff that I have. Here it comes. Like and subscribe. See, but today
that looks great right there.
Today
between us.
you're not doing see how you like. Normally you'd be moving your hands, and then I'd be like, then I'd be moving it like, or whatever. You know. Anyways, it's right there.
Okay.
There you go. All right, I'm done with that. and then
we'll give you a shout out. Like
it's back. And then also,
so tell me. We went
on
on a
hold
tangent.
up, I got to do this one too.
Okay.
Available a podcast, the audio version. What were you gonna say?
Okay. What were you saying? The Fs.
Oh, I can't tell you that on the air. That's got to be off the air. It's got to be. It's an inside joke.
It's with people that I may or may not know. Okay.
You'll love the story, but I can't tell it on the air.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
How money is Danhausen right now,
dude?
In the world of not only the world of professional wrestling, but in the world of sports. Danhausen, of course, we bring it up. I got a little history to this. Danhausen and the New York Knicks. New York Knicks won their first NBA championship since 53 years.
Yeah.
1973 is the last time they won the NBA champion. So in my lifetime, I hadn't seen it. Definitely your lifetime, you had never seen any of this. And it's hard to believe that Danhausen, because I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw him in AEW, I was like, bro, this guy is great.
He needs to catch on.
I don't understand why they didn't push him on AEW, because I even went, hey, how come I don't see Danhausen? Of course, he was like, they used him more for comedy. Of course, WWE got his ass kicked and stuff like that, but they weren't using him properly, you know. But the WWE, as much criticisms as we're going to give the WWE on this show and shows coming up, like people not liking the push they're giving Jey Uso, the fact that they don't give LA Knight that type of push.
Right.
For all the other stuff, people are fed up with the bloodline and stuff like that. But with Danhausen, they're hitting a home run, and Danhausen gets it.
Yes.
And right now, he is the hottest thing that they've got. He is probably now, he was number 2 merchandise selling. He is now at least I would say number 1, because the New York Knicks and them got together. So they got merch on Danhausen with the New York Knicks. It's amazing.
Let's take this back. This all goes all the way back to Danhausen at first cursing the Knicks, and they went on a losing streak. And then Danhausen, famously, he would curse people, uncurse people. So he then goes on to uncurse the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks then go on to win 13, 14, 15 straight. Go into the NBA Finals, lose only one game, and it was the one game that Trump was at.
Yep.
And then they go on to win the NBA Finals. And New York has this, I believe it's an expo coming up. It's a sports fan expo, and Danhausen has been invited to that.
That's Fanatics, isn't it?
The Fanatics, yeah.
Fanatics.
And so he's projected to sign more autographs than like the athletes that are going to be there, because he is the reason why why the Knicks have won the championship, because he uncursed them.
By the way, Fonzie brings up a very good point. Danhausen needs to visit Dallas now and uncurse the Cowboys. Yes, please do that.
And the Dolphins.
You guys, Dolphins don't have a quarterback. You guys need a lot of work.
We haven't won a Super Bowl in my lifetime. So, yeah, dude.
I'm trying to think if in my lifetime as well. Of course, they're the only team that went perfect. Did the Miami Dolphins?
The 72 and then 73 season. Yeah.
So that means it was before my time as well. But bro, you guys need a lot of work.
We need a lot of work.
Cowboys are kind of there.
I'm okay with the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to Danhausen. Like the reason why he is perfect for the WWE is because he has got that gimmick that is comedic. Even though when he first debuted, people didn't love it, but now the gimmick that he's got, like, it's comedic. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He knows exactly what he's doing it, and the good thing about it is that, like, what we saw last night with him on Monday Night Raw, well, actually on SmackDown, when you had those Garzas go up there and try, hey, can you
they're giving him human monies.
You give human monies, but hey, can you curse the Knicks and reverse them? So because we got money in San Antonio, he's like, well, I can't do that or whatever. You need more human
monies.
And then
Liv Morgan tried to.
But that's what my whole point was. Like, it was like that. It's like maybe 2 minutes, and then Liv Morgan, the world champion, goes in there. And then he's like unfazed. Oh, you bought my, because like he's going to. Oh, you got my shirt. You play human money. You wear my shirt.
She's
blah,
trying
blah,
to
blah.
flirt with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
no-sells her flirt.
He's busy doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
But the main reason is that comedic character, and he's family friendly. So that means the kids want the T-shirts. You know, like. That's the main reason. He's got a great gimmick.
And in WWE's also stance, all that is well and good. All that is great, actually. But he has another thing that is phenomenal that's going for him, is that he is cross-promoting. He went into the sports world. He went into the mainstream media with the NBA, and WWE saw dollar signs with that. So he's making them money.
He was, of course,
human monies.
The thing that helps him is that and the WWE is that ESPN is doing this mega push on WWE, because now for you to watch all these, like the Night of Champions that's coming up, we're going to get to that. All the pay-per-views, I still call them pay-per-views. I call them PLEs. You got to watch them on ESPN, ESPN Unlimited, whatever it is. So ESPN, when they're kind of paying for it, for the product, they're going to push the hell out of it. And we saw it at WrestleMania. So a lot of these so-called hardcore sports fans don't like it because they're spending so much time promoting wrestling. But in this instance, because I remember he went on that First Take show with Stephen A. And he didn't like Stephen A. So like, you know what, you are cursed. And they cursed the Knicks, and then he uncursed it, and then they made it. Dude, he's coming out of regular Sports Center where and they made a big deal about it. And now, like I said, like, he has just blown up so much that he's got his own championship T-shirts for the New York Knicks. It's just amazing.
And again, he's projected to sign so many autographs at the Fanatics that. Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, he himself has stated that he's beside himself over everything that's unfolded right before him, because this is once in a lifetime, generational, what's going on with him.
See,
popularity-wise.
And it kind of reminds me of when they had the first AAA pay-per-view that the WWE did. Was that like in November? Was that before Christmas? When was it? Or was it like in
I want to say Thanksgiving, no?
I would have to say, I can't remember. But the first time they did it, it had to be before January, February, because the Mr. Iguana, he was like
he was supposed to be big, man.
He was the version of what Danhausen has become. But the problem is that Mr. Iguana, I don't know how his English is, but still. They right away capitalized. I mean, he's doing great in AAA. He's doing great. I'm sure he's moving a lot of merch.
But he's still popular.
You see how they right away realize that, hey, this guy's got a good gimmick. He's got the puppet, the lizard, taking it one step further than Santino and Mick Foley. He actually has the thing. It's a character, So that's very sellable. But I guess because he couldn't speak English or they didn't use him, that's why he wasn't really on SmackDown or Raw the way Danhausen is. Because you think about it, it's basically the same thing.
Yes.
It's a comedic character.
Right.
They both can wrestle. They're both great wrestlers.
It's a great gimmick. Both painted up. Both.
He's the one guy that actually took a copyright or a trademark on his face paint.
Oh, wow.
Because apparently the story is that Sting didn't know you could do that. And then after he did it, I think Sting
did it too?
Did it too. But
wow. He should have done that years ago, because Sting could have made a lot of money.
But the craziest thing about Danhausen is the fact that he has only been on the roster since March. It was March, right? Because it wasn't the Rumble, and then it was what was the Rumble? It was the
Chamber.
the Elimination Chamber. Did he debut
It's
there?
a Great American Bash that happens also before
No,
that.
but
There's so many. Gosh, there's so many.
It had to be the Chamber because everybody was like expecting it to be Jericho,
And then they booed him.
and it was Danhausen. And look at him now, dude. He's like, you would think,
No, he's huge.
because now he like, and don't get mad at me when I say this, but to the general public, like, he just needs one name, like Danhausen. Like when you say The Rock, you say Stone Cold, you say Triple H, you say John Cena. People know who Danhausen is now.
And the thing is,
and he's been there like not even 4 months, 5 months.
And you can take his name and you can apply it to anything. Mondohausen, Jackhausen, Fanhausens.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty cool too.
We'll get Robert on in a couple of seconds here. We're going to talk some La Raza wrestling. But yeah, it's crazy to see what Danhausen has become. And let's see
Keep going with it.
what
going with
Domingo says. I haven't seen someone as over as Danhausen.
Yes.
is part of 2 championship series victories with the NBA Knicks and the Hurricanes. Well, I guess he did curse the Knights, the Golden Knights.
I thought he uncursed the Knights.
I don't know.
I think he uncursed them. Wait, who won the Stanley Cup?
The Hurricanes, Carolina.
Oh, they did? I can't remember. I know he cursed them, uncursed them, something.
I think he cursed Vegas,
Okay.
And then Henry says, not in your lifetime, on that. But when it comes to Miami, I don't know. Like, because for New York, I'd never seen New York in my lifetime.
New York win a championship.
And, that was a great game, too. But if you're a Spurs fan, like, bro, that's the biggest choke job I've ever seen.
Yeah, they deserve to lose that series.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to this. We also have to talk about Jack Perry. We got to talk about Rhea Ripley. Dude, how about this? And Robert, I know you're there, but we're going to get to Robert in a couple of seconds. How cool is it that they're going to, but they're doing this because of the ratings, because they need to do this on SmackDown on Friday, that they're going to have Gunter versus Cody.
Good.
World Championship title match, and they're going to have Sami Zayn. That's a pay-per-view match that they're going to air live, and apparently for when the match happens, it's going to be commercial free. Your thoughts on that before we go to Robert?
So I think this is it's money. People are going to be tuning in. We talked about ratings. I think this is going to be a huge rating boost because this is something, and I don't want to just bring up AEW without just because, but this is something that AEW has been doing. They've been having championship matches. On their programming week in, week out. And I think it's high time that WWE starts doing this a little bit more often now too, especially whether it be Raw or SmackDown. SmackDown especially.
Well, how many times did Darby Allin defend his championship?
Every week.
MJF did the same thing. Matter of fact, he lost his championship on an edition of Dynamite to Darby Allin.
Yep.
How many times has Liv Morgan defended her championship?
Zero.
How many times did Jade Cargill defend her championship before WrestleMania? It's crazy to think about that.
Dude, did you see that joke? And it's true. The last time Brock Lesnar wrestled on Raw, Obi Femi was he was just a kid.
That's crazy.
Certain wrestlers that are on the roster weren't even born yet. Pluto was still a planet.
Yeah.
The last time Brock Lesnar wrestled on Raw.
And the closest we got to it
was with Cody.
Well, it's Cody. They were going to wrestle the tag team against Reigns and one of the Usos, and he turned on him. It was great to see.
And then he turned on him. Yeah.
Did we lose Robert? Okay, let's get Robert back. We have there's Robert. All right, so
I ain't holding on anymore.
Let us bring in Robert here. Robert Martinez. There he is.
What's up, fellas?
Are you wearing a Dallas Cowboy jersey? Did you hang up, bro, and then go put on a Dallas Cowboy jersey? Tell me that's what you did, bro. Tell me that's exactly what you did, bro.
The screen froze on me.
Okay. So Robert.
Which one are you wearing? 82?
That's Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Witten.
Awesome.
In Spanish, it's like no se me agüiten because they don't win. That's the joke.
We win.
Of course, Robert is here. He is promoter, owner of La Raza Wrestling, which is going to be coming up. Did you come up with the date yet, there, Robert?
No, we don't have it. We're working on the weekend before Halloween.
Okay.
So that way we're not distracted by the holiday because we know the kids don't want to be in a building; they want to be out getting their candy, and the adults want to be out drinking. So,
And I love the fact that you want to do this in Texas. You ain't giving New Mexico any love because of all the restrictions.
You did, Robert. I'm gonna tell you honestly, bro. You're a little angry. You're a little angry elf. I mean, I appreciate it though. Like, I mean, you put something in that to ask Jack if it was true that the last time you tried to do a ring announcing here in New Mexico, you had to get a license or something.
yeah, they wanted me to have a license, so all I could do was run sound. I couldn't
Yeah.
announce. I couldn't manage. I couldn't do anything because they wanted me to buy I believe at the time it was a 50 or $80 to get your license to be a wrestling announcer
How long
slash
ago was
manager.
this? How long ago was this?
Oh, it had to have been about 7 years ago, so it's probably more now.
I think it's changed,
And,
Jack.
yeah, and here's the thing. He's not wrong. It's just who wants to enforce that nowadays.
Yeah.
They either will or they won't, but that has changed now.
Because I remember when we would do shows in El Paso, when it talks to the radio, we do like concerts or whatever. When the bands would be performing in El Paso, then they were going to perform in Las Cruces, and then they'd realize, oh my God, the rules are way
they're
different
way
in
different in
New
New
Mexico.
Mexico.
So now,
Do you know how much a liquor license costs up here? Do you know?
like if I have an establishment,
Yeah. I mean, we're talking.
I think in Texas, like 10,000. No? How much?
Yes. Guess how much did it cost here?
30
More.
to get a liquor
Yeah.
license.
More. Keep
50?
going. More.
100. Can't be.
More.
Get out of here. How much?
$750,000.
Yeah, 200. Are you to get a liquor license
Get
here?
a liquor
So if
license.
you have a bar,
Yep.
really?
Beer and wine is different, but a full-on liquor license.
Okay,
bro?
so you want hard liquor?
Yeah. Going hard.
Wow.
Aren't they making enough money off of the cannabis? They don't need to charge that
It's good,
much.
you would think.
and that is a very
would
good
think.
point, Robert. So you wanted to come on here and talk about some etiquettes for indie wrestling. You know?
You brought up a very
yeah.
interesting point on one of your posts about
Yeah.
indie wrestling and the politics and backstage
Yeah.
stuff.
And-
You and I have been there, and
And,
Mando, you too.
remember, the one thing I said about this show is that I welcome all independent wrestlers and federations, and because this is what this is. Like, everybody's going to be able to different platforms. I know we're going to talk about Pro Wrestling Legacy in a couple of minutes. I was trying to get Caesar on, but he was busy because they had a big announcement that I knew about maybe a month ago because he told me about it right away. And there's other federations out there, but they don't get along, Jack. They don't get along, you know. And I told them when I first had Caesar and Robert, that was before we had you on that first time. I thought y'all have to get along eventually. But I mean, I think it's happening baby steps. But still, there's some stuff that concerned you, Robert. That's why you're trying to do La Raza Wrestling. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I
the floor
wanna
is
hear
yours.
this.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is a lot of egos, and I'm not going to mention anyone in particular. I'm not, but from the early time I got involved with Sal, Andy, and Hector, they all taught me etiquette, how to behave back in the locker room with the boys. In fact, I didn't feel I was privileged enough to change with the boys, so I'd go to the bathroom and change. That's not my locker room. I'm not, I'm not a trained pro wrestler. I have no business being in there.
But you've taken bumps.
But oh god, horrible ones.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me is when you get some wrestlers that have had some national exposure, but they're back home now. They're back home for a reason. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but there's a reason they were sent back. And refusing to shake my hand, refusing to shake other
I've seen
people's
this.
hands. Just
I've seen this.
walk in the locker room, act like they're gods, and that's it. And with all due respect, if excuse the language, if you were the shit, you would be back in El Paso working a bunch of indie shows in front of 20, 30 people.
I've seen this with you, and I don't want to name names either, but there's a certain etiquette that you do have when you're coming back, especially to a place that's bringing you in, a place that's paying you, a place that is paying for your services and your performances, and not to come in and not be cordial with others. That's kind of effed up, and I've seen it with you, and I'm gonna agree. You and I actually had it we had it very good. And you brought up his name before, and we really didn't have that much drama. I'll go on to say, there was 95% no drama because we've had guys like Hurricane Hector backstage.
Well, it's
we've
because
had guys
because Hurricane Hector. And let me give everybody a little bit of history. When me and Matt started, actually Matt, but together we start EP EPWF, El Paso Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Hector was the key, and then Hector
Yeah.
got us all the wrestlers from Mexico and the luchadores. And when WCW went under, we had guys like Conan
Yeah.
and Rey Mysterio, Disco Inferno, all these type of guys.
Magno.
But Magno was one of our wrestlers.
Yep.
So he was. I trained with Magno and his brother too. So it's good to see what they've become.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you're right. Hector taught you the stuff that you're supposed to do and treat. But
Yeah.
sometimes like you can teach. And like I said, I honestly have no idea which wrestlers you're talking about because I was out of the game. Because you guys continued after me. You kept doing your thing. Because Robert, I think I only did a couple of shows with you. In Northeast, and then also the one at El Dorado High School. Then I did a couple more for Awesome Andy that he was doing. Then you guys basically took over, and I moved on, did more the regular sports stuff. But like it's unfortunate because there's always a couple that kind of don't get it, and they kind of like I said, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But there's always the one person that kind of but it's not only in that. It could be in any format. Or like I said, there's people that they're in the entertainment industry, like here locally, like whether it be radio or a DJ or like on TV or whatever, that they probably kind of think that their stuff doesn't smell, which is false, But there's only a couple, but most everybody gets it, and everybody's pretty cool.
And to your point, Robert, and I want to hear your rebuttal on this. To your point, we're very fortunate to work with guys like Hurricane Hector and Awesome Andy, and your boys from the Devil's Rejects, to where we've had a pretty good backstage locker room, and they made you feel like you were part of the boys. Am I right?
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah.
A little thing about Hector is he's going to be in charge of my locker room.
Yeah.
Whatever Hector says, that backstage goes.
Did you already talk to Hector?
Yeah, he's interested. So he's
Well,
pretty.
then I gotta get Hector on then.
I'm calling him our director of talent. He's our director of talent for La Raza Wrestling. It's we're trying to have more of a American style, which is not seen enough in El Paso. We're open for business with anybody.
Good.
I don't care if I don't like you. If we can make money, I'm all for it. I remember back in the day, I was trying to get us involved with another organization. I'm not going to mention them. And it turned into, hey, Martinez is trying to get all the XCW guys
He wants
to
to
come over
poach.
here to our place.
Yeah. I remember that.
And I was just trying to make us money.
Well,
Both sides.
The thing is that nobody has a monopoly here on Lucha in El Paso because, one, nobody has enough money to do that. Nobody is like, if I can go old school, nobody's like World Class Championship Wrestling that, hey, you own Dallas area, you own basically all of Texas, the Von Erichs. There's nobody here that's big enough like
That'd
that.
be crazy if there were.
Yeah, but there's not.
Yeah.
So like I said, Robert, I think what you're trying to do is great. I look forward to the events, look forward to being there. But like I said, for me, I'm just like we're fans. I'm a fan first when it comes to Lucha Libre. I love to watch any type of wrestling, especially when it's like local independent wrestling. So, but I understand. By the way, shout out to Ray Jackson. You know Ray Jackson. This is a gentleman. Hello, hope all is well. Shout out to Juan Martinez, who is watching. He is my cousin. What's up, Juan?
Nice.
Hey, if you're looking for a realtor,
family.
he can hook you up. He's a realtor there, my boy Juan Martinez. So yeah, Robert, like I said, like it's not always, it's not every single person, but sometimes some of these guys need to realize that that's not the way to do it.
When you're there, when you're working an indie show, when you're working, down Southwest with us, man, it's just, dude, we're not there to okay, your crap smells better than ours. Our crap doesn't smell whatever. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say, man.
Yeah.
We're all in it together, dude. We're all in it. I mean, it's cogs in the system, man.
Yeah.
We're all trying to make everybody look good and great and to work together. How can we help you? How can you help us?
Well, I think it's funny because I can't put, for some reason, I can't put the Facebook comments on, even though I should be able to. But Juan did just commented Viva la Lucha, and that's exactly what it is. It should just be Viva la Lucha for everything.
For everything.
I'll tell you a funny story. And shout out to my man Matt Mayer. We came up with EPWF, and like I said, Hector got all the luchadores from Juarez and some from here in El Paso too, like Fishman from El Paso, You know, there's a lot of great wrestlers from El Paso. I can't tell you the real names. Sometimes I forget. I almost gave you the real name, and I almost when it comes to he called himself Cicada now. Of course, you know, but I always want to say back then it was Cicada, you know, and now it's Cinta de Oro, and I always want to say his first name, but no. But I remember that when we started bringing all the Mexican wrestlers, like, we thought that they didn't like have love for me and Matt because we weren't from over there. We didn't pay our dues. So show me your hand, Jack. So when they would shake her hand, this is a manly handshake, right? When they would shake her hand, it'd be like this. Like, no, like I'll do it.
Okay.
Bring it out. It'd be like this.
No.
It'd be like, but it was like this. Like it was like a very gentle handshake, like a very gentle handshake, you know, like no pressure. And we thought we thought that that they just didn't respect us, but apparently it was the opposite.
All right, we gotta wipe that juju and do a mega powers
mega
handshake.
power, brother. Anyways, but apparently that handshake was the handshake of respect. it was more something like this, you know.
Really?
So, yeah, dude. It was like I had no idea.
Wow.
So sometimes you might think something, and it's actually the opposite.
Thing. Robert, you're going to be open for business.
Yeah.
You're open for
with
business.
anyone. As long as we can make money.
Yeah. Awesome.
And you know what brought me to that angry post was
you are very angry, bro.
So what brought you to that?
You're an angry elf, bro. Hey, bro,
Yeah,
Cowboys
man.
ain't gonna win. Don't we those Cowboys, bro? You know, I'll give it that.
I'm gonna get Danhausen and uncurse them.
Yeah. So why were you an angry elf, dude?
You know what? I've got some promoter friends and some other friends in San Antonio, and I've realized that San Antonio scene is toxic as hell. I thought it was bad in El Paso. It's nothing compared to what's
Why
going
is it
on
toxic?
over
Yeah, what's going on?
there. There is just, you know, if you're working for someone, you can't work for anyone else. If you're trading with this person, you can't go work
like
for someone else.
Ain't nobody making that type of money here in El Paso that they can command that. Like, hey, if you're paying me like independent, this is a lot of money. You pay me $500 per appearance, then okay, then I understand it. And if we're running every week, then maybe I can understand. But if you're paying me like $250 like once a month, whatever, nah, dude, I can't do that. And by the way, these prices that I'm giving you are real. You know, these prices, unless it's changed, but that's what it was back then. But yeah.
You know, I would love to host, I don't want to call it a Super Bowl, but maybe a mega show where the main event features 4 champions in a 4-way match.
Yeah. Like how
Well, that's what I was saying.
like how AEW first did it before they were AEW.
You brought it up, Jack, like an El Paso version of the Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Or whatever you guys come up with and talk to. So, well, Robert, I appreciate you joining us. And maybe next time we have you on, you're not as angry. Angry. All right. Once again.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Let us know when you have more stuff going on so we can get ready for La Raza Wrestling, which is going to happen in the month of October. Thanks so much, Robert. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'll text you guys. I need your opinion on something, so I'll text you guys.
Okay, good. So we'll text. Okay, we'll see you.
All right, let us know who they were.
Fellas.
Okay, so
All right.
that is Robert, very angry, but still, you know, he's bringing us some good points. We're getting some comments. First of all, shout out to our good friend Alfred Miranda. Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Alfred.
Good evening.
We were talking about his daughter at the beginning of the show.
Oh,
this
very
is
nice,
Alfred.
very nice.
And I told
And
Alfred,
congratulations.
congratulations on Persephone's success. It's funny because I think I've known Alfred for about 5-6 years, and he telling me that she was trying very hard to do all the stuff that she was doing. That's why I promote the hell out of her, because I know the struggle that she has done independently, then going to Mexico, then all these. Now all of a sudden she's blowing up.
Don't you love it? When
I love it.
When good things happen to good people.
And then it's just a matter of time. Right now she's in AEW/CMLL. It's just a matter of time before she goes to WWE.
She's making it. Yeah.
You know, and like I said, she's got a cult following. And the reason why I bring her up again is because she's on the on Disney Plus. She is on the National Geographic Best of the World show with Antoni Peroski. It's the very first episode. It's called Mexico City, and maybe 2 minutes, I'd say like 12 minutes into it is where it's the Lucha Libre segment, and it's all about Persephone and Alfred makes an appearance, you know. And I said, hey, dude, like, I don't you didn't tell me you were a part of it, dude. It was pretty cool to see. We were talking about Danhausen earlier. Domingo text says that certain people just need one name: Michael, Kobe, Troy. Well, you can add Danhausen to the list.
Yes.
He's not lying.
Yes.
He is not lying,
It's just
dude.
such a striking name. It's not a name that you hear often. Just the name itself.
Yeah.
It's very striking to you.
Fonzie says back in the Attitude Era, Raw and SmackDown matches could have been pay-per-view matches. That is very true. We're talking about SmackDown. Tony, speaking about that match, he says Cody Gunter is going to end in a DQ. But the referee
I'll
is
agree
Sammy.
with you. I'll agree with that.
Okay.
Sure, or it's a DQ or a no contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with it. We're
Juan's-
blowing up, man. We're getting lots
well,
of
it's
comments.
it's Juan because he says I'm getting the comments on Facebook because normally I should be able to put them on. I don't understand why I can't do it. But Juan is saying that also with the Knicks, Danhausen, amen, because he likes the Knicks. So yeah, the success that Danhausen, like I said, it's just amazing that you would think that he had been with the company for so many years. No, he's been like
Not even a
4
year.
months.
Not even a year, dude.
No, the way you look at it is like he might have just peaked, but who
But
cares?
he's still going. That's the thing, though. And like, you got this guy that
And
basically.
by the way, a lot of the success also should be given to the Miz because the Miz
he
made
made him. Oh,
Danhausen.
absolutely.
Even and how perfect was it that it was Cleveland versus the Knicks, and that's the reason why he got involved because
The
he had
Miz
that
being from Cleveland,
and they had that feud. That's how it started. So
But I can't remember the last time you had an active wrestler become so popular, have a rocket strapped to the back of him, and yet he hasn't wrestled that much.
yeah, and the only time he wrestles is on whatever they call house shows,
Right.
and then also
He had how many TV matches has he had? 2?
and it's all big against Kit Wilson and
He's
and-
won.
and- yeah.
He's won them. But
Yeah.
I've never seen this before, especially with the WWE superstar that's become so popular yet has wrestled so little.
And think about all they're using them is for comedic
Oh,
segments.
and it's working. So
See,
keep going.
and now he's gonna be everywhere. Like I said,
Yeah.
like if I was a Nick fan, I would totally get that shirt, but I'm not, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get it, even though it's a great shirt. If they're smart,
Yes.
they put them somehow because they sell the championship belts, which I think it's cool that they do for every team, even though the Cowboy one kind of sucks. I'll tell you, the Cowboy one kind of sucks because they could have done
Yeah.
a better job. They do the gray. The strap is gray or silver because of the helmet. They could have done a little bit better for the Cowboys, but it is what it is. You know, like the black ones, like the Steeler ones, that's nice. I haven't seen the Miami one. Like, we'll bring it up because I don't think it's a teal belt.
Yeah.
But anyways, if I was them, I'd get Danhausen on there somehow.
He is
and
undefeated.
He is undefeated.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Juan who brought up Miz as well. So congratulations to the Knicks and Danhausen. And Robert is
Persephone
back.
and everybody.
Robert is back. Go Mavs, bro. You're always a Dallas guy, So yeah, go Mavs. It's gonna be a while. There go some of the guys. So
Yeah.
couple
Worst
of
trade ever.
with Luka.
Yeah, worst trade. Well, they fired
Well,
Nico.
they got the guy. They got Cooper. Whatever
Davis,
his name.
Anthony Davis. And
No, they did, but he's gone out. I
Yeah.
think Toronto, but they got the kid from Duke. Cooper Flag. I can't remember his name. I'm a Laker guy. I don't know. I should know this stuff because I'm a sports guy too. A couple of stuff as we move on. So anyway, so you think the Cody match is going to be a disqualification match?
I could totally see that happening. Oh yeah, they want to bring the viewers in. It'll and here's the thing, it'll be classic Attitude Era where you have these huge matches. They end in DQ. They end in no contest.
That's a classic Monday Night Nitro ending.
Nitro, yes.
Where they would.
Yes.
It was so hilarious because they would.
And then they go off the air.
They promote the match for like 3 hours, and then the match would start like at 8:55 El Paso
And you're
times,
like,
and then
"Come
by 9
on."
they're done.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why they went down.
It was
I
so
believe.
crazy when that would happen on WWE TV.
Yep.
Because in our time it would end at 9 o'clock. So when you would see the main event suddenly kick on at 8:40.
Yeah.
And you go, oh my gosh, we got 15, 20 minutes of wrestling here. Okay, what's
Let's
going
take
to
a commercial break, and then they make that commercial break for like 5 minutes, and they come back for 2 minutes of wrestling. Let's take our final commercial break.
There'll be no more interruptions. Okay, bye.
It kind of reminds me of what they did to Goldberg in the last Saturday
Oh my
night's
gosh,
main event
when
when he
they did
retired.
that on Netflix, right?
That was Peacock.
Was it Peacock? Oh, and they just cut him off.
It was more because it was on NBC because NBC has a hard out. What we mean a hard out is like,
Yes.
and that's why kind of like.
Well, you know what happened. You know what happened? You had Bret Hart on the other end going, all right, cut it now. Go to.
That's funny.
Run the credits.
That's funny. But I remember the last time Cody had a championship match this big, it was against Drew McIntyre, and he lost on SmackDown. Of course, I believe it was overseas, and I think if they're really gonna go let's talk about this for a couple seconds.
Pay attention to the time.
If they're gonna go and make Sami Zayn a full heel, he has to cost the championship, because here's the thing we haven't really talked about. We haven't talked about the King of the Ring. We already know Obafemi is in the finals.
Yes.
He's either going to face
One of the Usos.
Jey Uso or I can't remember his name. The young OG. You know, the young OG.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to text me and tell me his name. I mean, I guess I can look for it.
But here's the thing: you brought Obafemi, and I'll do that.
Okay.
While you look that up, dude, we've had this talk about how far and how hard they're going to push Oba. You cannot call a guy the ruler and not have him become King of the Ring. So,
Javon Evans.
Yeah. So you can't call this guy the ruler and not have him be King of the Ring. It just fits so perfectly.
But once again, after he destroyed Dominic, and I think what they did with Dominic was perfect. You know, him and I'm losing a lot of people's minds. It's probably the energy drink. And JD McDonough, like both of them try to beat him, and he gets it win about 5 minutes. They ended perfectly. Once again, he called out Brock Lesnar. So they're basically letting you know that, hey, when it comes to the King of the Ring,
something's
the final, he's going to get, Brock Lesnar's going to get involved, because this is going to happen, and it's in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
The Clash of Champions. So they're teasing you. They're letting you know that, hey, Brock Lesnar's going to get involved. Somehow, whether it's not at Clash of Champions, it's going to be at SummerSlam, because whoever wins the King of the Ring, they get to pick the champion they're going to wrestle for.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be Cody. Because think about it, right now, the person that's going to win the King of the Ring, it's a Raw guy. It's either Oba, Jey Uso, or the young kid, the young OG that I just literally, Javon Evans.
So then where does that leave you then as far as Cody and Gunther are concerned? So will that indeed end in a DQ? Will we see Gunther end up winning the championship? We'll see where this goes. Look at the time. Pay attention to the time.
I would see, that for me, either way, I think that ends up being a three-way for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. I think Sami Zayn is going to cost him the title.
Okay.
Cody's going to be upset. Gunther's the champion, and then you have the three-way. Because either way, it's going to be a triple threat match at SummerSlam. But it's much cooler if Gunther's the champion as opposed to Cody being the champion, you know, because I don't see that Sammy's going to get frustrated somehow, and then he's going to do it for Gunther. So I think that's how it's going to happen.
We'll see. But again, like I've been saying, pay attention to the time when that match happens, so you know how much wrestling you're going to have. By the way,
shout out to Mike Sanchez, OG, also for one of our a lot of stuff he did. Also, shout out to my boy Angel Torres, who's watching as well. So now we go back to the other side. I just told you that the three finalists are Raw guys.
Okay.
Javon Evans, Jey Uso, and Oba. Oba's already there. So
he's got to win
on SmackDown, it's going to be Jey Uso and you know Jey Uso's going to win that. Fatu's, we're going to get to Fatu did in a couple of seconds, which was beautiful, by the way. And by the way, there's Domingo Tommy Javon Evans. Thank you for that. So, are we actually going to get... If Jey Uso, let's just say if Cody wins the championship and it's Cody versus Obafemi, Obafemi versus Jey Uso.
Okay.
The only way I see Jey Uso winning, the only way I see Oba losing any match for the foreseeable future is if Brock Lesnar interferes. Or if, because you know what's going to happen is Jey Uso is going to win because Fatu is going to help him, because Roman Reigns told him that, right?
Yeah.
Fatu is going to do that. So are we really going to see? Are we really going to see Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam? There is no way in hell they're going to do that.
That's poison. That is absolute
There's no way
poison.
they're going to do that.
Dude, he is box office poison, Jey Uso. And
Well, I don't think it's poison because the people still love to do the yeet. Like,
okay.
If they come here, if he's one of the guys that comes to Las Cruces, July the 11th,
yeah,
people are gonna go crazy when they do the yeet.
And then what's going to happen after that? What's going to happen after
Yeah.
that? He's got nothing in the ring. He's got nothing on the mic. He's got a little bit, and he's got obviously he has.
He's got a great entrance.
He's got a great entrance. That's
he's a great wrestler as well. I think with them, he kind of reminds me of John Cena and Roman Reigns when they were younger, when McMahon was forcing you to like this guy, forcing you to the point where they hate. So for me, that's the equivalent of how I see Jey Uso.
Okay.
Like, he's got a great entrance. The people love him, but they're starting to hate him as well because they're forcing you on him the way. And the biggest, I guess, with John Cena is one thing, but with Roman is another. Remember when people loved to hate Roman Reigns? And it wasn't until when he was a good guy, everybody hated Roman Reigns because they weren't buying it. But now that he's a tribal chief,
he's more of himself.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of see the situation with Jey Uso. So
I don't see Oba losing King of the Ring.
yeah,
He's going to win it.
So are we going to see? So this is my prediction right now for SummerSlam.
Okay.
So that means whoever wins, Cody, Gunther, or Sammy, I think it's going to be a triple threat match at SummerSlam. And then on the other side, you'll have Oba versus Roman Reigns. And then Brock Lesnar is going to interfere in that match.
I could see that.
And have Ryan.
That's pretty good.
And not because he likes Roman. It's because because of Oba. But at the same time, if the rumors are true that Brock is going to retire, SummerSlam is in Minnesota, then you've got to make that match, happen in there in Minnesota. So then that'd have to be Oba versus Brock. So I mean, Brock will interfere on next Saturday when they do the championship. So that means
it makes too much sense.
It's either Jay or Javon Evans, and if Jay wins, he's not going up against Roman. It'll be Cody.
Or will he go up against Roman? It makes too much sense. There's a lot going on, dude.
There's a lot going on.
That's a lot. My goodness. So, yeah.
Shout out to my boy Chris Gomez. Jack's right. All entrances. That's all WWE's World Wrestling entrances. Yeah.
I mean, you can build a guy up through entrance alone.
Yeah. I don't understand why I can't put the I should be able to put the comments.
It's all good.
Yeah. So shout out to boy Chris.
What else? Whoa.
I can't say it, but I'll show you, bro.
Where?
What he put? Because I said the very last comment. Because that's exactly what I told you when I saw somebody here. Chris, I can't talk about it, but yeah, bro, I thought the same thing, dude.
This is why you got to come down to the gym here in Las Cruces, 1690. South Valley Drive, and see exactly
I wish you could see what's in front of me.
Dude, it's like something out of the 80s, isn't it?
You know what, Jack? That's the best way I could describe this gym. This gym is like the 80s. It is hot in here. You
hear the steel clanging and banging, brother.
Yeah, that's the one thing. You got old school equipment. Yep. It's humid in here because you got the what are they called? We
got the swamp coolers.
The swamp coolers.
Yep.
They got to open up the
front door. We got the garage door in the back.
The garage door open. It's an old school gym.
Dude, you can work out here. You can work out anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's old school. Like for some of us, that's the type of stuff that we want to see. But you got all types of people here. Give everybody the plug again about the gym there, Jack.
So we are here at the gym and
in Las
Cruces, New Mexico, here at 1690 South Valley Drive. We are open Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. until 10 p.m. So come on out. We, of course, have discounts for all first responders, students here as well. If you have any questions, you can always come up to me and ask. Sophia here is at the front desk. Got to protect her from time to time, man, because
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Hey, you said something about I forgot to mention in less than a month, this beautiful city is going to be hosting a house show.
Yes, WWE house show.
They still haven't said who's going to be wrestling.
No, they haven't.
And by the way,
that's weird because they usually do.
And just to let you know, Las Cruces is the first house show for the summer because they're doing a bunch of house shows in the summer, and Las Cruces is the first stop.
So you want to hear the news?
I do.
So if you go to the website and you look up the seating and everything, It hasn't been selling that well.
Really? Well, I wonder why. And because you said that, I do have the prices. That's something I never
So
deleted.
check this out, true believers.
So, are the $68 seats sold out?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Yeah.
Tony texted earlier. Tony Quintana. He said he had got. Well, actually, Andy told me that Tony bought tickets for him and his son. I think he spent like $200, but it wasn't like super down there. So, remember, the cheapest seat is $68. And the most. Let's just do this live. Let me just.
Yeah. You do that, and I'm looking up the seating chart too.
Instead of just speculating, let me just go to Ticketmaster.
Do it.
.com.
And watch what comes up. The Pan Am Center.
Yep.
So.
Well, if you're doing it, then why am I doing it?
No.
You're
Well,
already
I
there.
want to see who gets it first.
Well, you're already there.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing mine correctly. So I want to see the seating though. That's what I'm trying to see. And I'm on a different website. I'm on GoTickets.com.
I'm on Ticketmaster. Okay. So why you say I'm not? Am I in Mesilla Park, New Mexico?
Yeah, they generalize it. Yeah.
Okay. Hold up. Okay, so let's see.
Includes all fees. You only have 10 minutes to complete your purchase inventory.
Okay, so we're basically in the same thing. So
Yeah.
okay.
Do it too if you're out there as well. I mean, check out the seating. Oop, I just had it. Okay.
So we're trying to find out what seats are available for the Las Cruces House Show on July the 11th. I accept and continue whatever you're telling me. Okay, so they still have a couple of $63 tickets as you see.
Yeah.
But I have it from the cheapest.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the best seats in the house.
The $800 seats.
Oh my God. They have a WWE VIP package available.
Do they have the pricing for that?
Yeah, $786.60. That is without the taxes. $786. So once you pay the tax, the Ticketmaster fee, it's over $800. That's one. Well, that's the VIP.
That's one ticket.
And let's see what the VIP gets you. That.
Oh my gosh.
I clicked.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me.
Oh my
let me
gosh,
go,
dude, the price.
You guys can't see this,
dude.
Let me go back.
The suspense, I know.
So I clicked on the. Oh my God, it's refreshing on me. It was 700. Let me go to the.
No. That original price that you had.
Yeah, but I'm trying to go back to it because we're going to the best seats.
And that was one ticket that you had.
VIP package, $786.60 for one ticket.
60 cents.
The VIP gets you the best seats in the house. Meet and greet with a WWE superstar, limited edition official WWE program, which you could probably buy for like $10. Official WWE branded clear bag drawstring. It's like one of those cheap, like you buy at the Dollar Tree. They just put a WWE logo on it. A WWE branded mini marker. So basically, like getting a pen with a WWE logo on it, and an autograph from a WWE superstar 8x10 photo. The only thing I can say that's legit because I know they have a bunch of the stars doing that because more likely they're going to be selling that as well. That is $786.60.
But when you clicked on it,
when I clicked, that's for one ticket. Of course, you're not going to want to go by yourself. You're going to take somebody. So when I clicked on it, for two tickets, the total cost is
$1,573.20.
And that is before taxes. They are, and I love WWE. They are out of their damn mind.
They're God-given.
This is a house show. It's not on TV.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I'm going to meet Cody Rhodes, hey dog, maybe that's worth it to me. If I'm going to meet my tribal chief, maybe
he ain't going to be there.
He's not going to be there.
He ain't going to be there. It is a superstar of their choosing.
If CM Punk was going to be with it, I know it's not going to be CM Punk, but if CM Punk was one of the guys, then I kind of like Paul David Oliver, who spends real money when he went to WrestleMania. And when we had him earlier, remember he met a bunch of the wrestlers there at the WrestleFest, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
WrestleCon, whatever they call it. He was spending like minimum at least $200 to meet these wrestlers.
Right.
But
you're paying.
It's a house show.
You're paying close to $2,000.
with
$1,500
taxes.
with taxes. You'll be north of $1,700.
Yeah,
You'll be north of 1,700.
but you're right there. Like
Yeah.
you
but
are.
look at what's
literally right
available.
there.
Look at what is available, though. I mean, you're seeing a lot of blue. You're seeing a lot of a certain amount of tickets that are still available. It hasn't been.
Let me make this bigger. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, look on now.
You made it smaller.
Wow,
Are you seeing that?
there's a lot of seats available.
A lot of them. And the show is when? That's
July. Well,
Saturday, July 11th.
so
Here's the thing.
Let me say blue.
Here's the
Blue
thing.
is available or blue is not available.
But you
and
just
I
saw
lost
the
it.
ones that were not. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's in white, it's available.
Okay.
So notorious, here in El Paso and here in Las Cruces, we are indeed the land of mañana. So as the day
white's
gets
available
closer,
or is blue's available?
white, I believe white is available. If I'm not mistaken, or is
'Cause
it
I would think the blue's available.
okay?
Blue
is
is
available.
available. Okay, so, dude, they've made their money back.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna show you.
Oh, because of the front row itself.
So a lot of the cheap seats are still available.
Yes.
I would say from looking at it, all the VIP are still available though. See the VIP. You all
Yeah.
can't see it because it's like it
the
wouldn't
reflection,
translate.
yeah.
All the top tier tickets are available. The $60 ones are available.
A lot of your front row is still available.
Yeah. But yeah, like all the VIP ones are available. But I like next week, what I'll do, like I'll
How
figure
about
out a way to do
verified
that.
resale? That's a good one right there.
Where's that?
It's in the red.
Okay. Well, that's a legend. It's not going to give me that.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Dude, there it is. There's only 4 tickets I see that are verified resale. You see it?
okay.
Right there.
And in the front too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the front. And
So
the
like I
side.
said, this is not going to translate. Like if I try to
Nah,
show
it
you,
won't,
you're
it
not
won't,
going to be
it
able to
won't.
see.
But you're able to see that if you're interested in buying tickets.
There's still plenty of tickets.
There are plenty of tickets. Plenty of tickets to go around.
But look at that. A lot of
Yeah.
the VIP have been sold. So people, and like I said,
And here's the thing, that's still not front row.
if
That's
peop-
still not front row, dude.
if people are going to pay for it, then they're going to keep charging that amount of
Keep
money.
doing it.
Me, I would be very happy with the
With
the $63.
Area 204?
Yeah, I just need to be in the building. I mean,
How much is 204? Go to that. Go. How much are you paying there?
that's
Let's
one
go
of
back of the house. Back of the house.
the back of the house.
Yeah.
That is a $73 ticket.
Okay.
Even though they have some that are like $60,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But yeah, like I would be okay with the $63 one. 'cause
But Monster, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you're spending north of $1,700 for 2 tickets.
in the VIP. Hey, bro, but I get that. I get the bag with
I get the bag and the marker.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to blow up, and then
Yes.
we're going to become very popular. And then when we try to get somebody to from WWE
They're
to
gonna
come
go
on this
back.
show, they're going to come back. Well, we remember we talking we're going to Las Cruces that it's not worth spending $1,800.
These two guys.
and they're going to deny our interview, whoever we have at the time.
These 2 guys.
Yeah.
Look, all we're saying is that, like, it's just a certain amount of money and some seats are available. Look, that's all. Okay.
Robert says sounds like you have to go to take out an equity loan to get those front row tickets.
We've said it before.
Imagine that's 2 people. That's
Yeah.
like $1,800. Taxes not included.
Right. But we've said it before. Look, man, you've got the phone layaway plan. You have Affirm. You can put all of that on your Affirm account and pay that over time.
And the reason why people are doing it and what the WWE is
Going in
banking
debt.
on is because they're treating it, and we talked about this before, and as we get closer to the event, we're going to keep talking about it. It's for them, the WWE is treating it like if it's an NFL game, if it's an NBA
Dude,
game.
you ain't paying that
so
much.
like, for example, if Robert, and if not Robert, but people that Dallas Cowboy fans or Las Vegas Raiders fans, San Francisco fans, whatever your team of choice is in the NFL, and I bring the NFL because that's a perfect way to do it. Like, if you go to over there to Arlington to the Cowboys and see the Cowboys play the 49ers, I can guarantee you. I went to go see the Cowboys versus the Patriots, I think 3 years ago, and each ticket, and this was a resold ticket, you know, on the not StubHub, but the other one, whichever one it was. Maybe it was
Yeah.
StubHub. I can't remember what it was. It was almost $250 each, and we were literally at the very top of the stadium.
Back of the house.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah.
guarantee you for that Cowboy, because the 49ers are playing in Dallas, I can guarantee you those tickets are going to be minimum $400
Okay.
each. So people, but what the point is that if you're a big Cowboy fan or 49er fan, you're going to have no problem
yeah.
paying that, because how often are you actually going to be
Right.
able to see them in person and things like that? So,
That's apples and oranges,
but that no,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is that that's what the WWE is banking
Yes,
on,
I agree,
is that
I agree. Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
they don't come to Las Cruces that
Yeah,
often. It's been
yeah.
over 2 years since they've been to the El Paso area, so they're doing this because it's not they just barely started doing house shows. They haven't done a TV show here in a long time. I can't remember the last time they were on TV. I can't remember the last
Right.
time that happened. So they're banking that the WWE's coming into town, and hey, you know what? How often does this happen? We're going to charge you whatever we want to charge.
Yeah, and they'll pay. That's the sucky thing for a house show.
Okay.
For a house show, dude.
Domingo says, as much as I love wrestling in general, WWE house show is very pricey. They need to do what AEW, TNA are doing to get crowds, and that's the one thing. It's been something that people have been talking about. I got to get Albert Seta on the show, because I know he's going to go to the Raw. Is it in Midland? They're doing a Raw show.
Dude, in Midland?
It's somewhere close. I don't know if it's in
Oh,
Midland,
my
but
God, we got to go to Buc-ee's.
they're
Stop at Buc-ee's.
that's funny. Have you been to Buc-ee's?
Yes.
Bro,
The
by the way, the
bays
best
and
thing,
bays and
see,
bays of gas.
the best thing going on the internet right now is all the people from different countries coming to the United
Yes.
States and discovering the food that we have, and Buc-ee's that they can't believe.
Oh my
that-
God! They're making barbecue at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and it's gonna sell out before 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We went to the Buc-ee's in Amarillo, dude.
I have been to the Buc-ee's somewhere close to the Dallas area. I was
Yeah.
very impressed as well. But nonetheless, I got to get Albert on and ask him how much he paid for whatever he's gonna do. So
For a Raw show, everything. We're talking.
Robert says that if we stop buying tickets and merchandise, wrestling and football, then that'll get their attention. However, we're all too
People are
weak
gonna
to
wanna
give up
go,
our.
man.
Yep, that
People
is
are
very
gonna-
true. Look at this. We're all too weak to give
Yeah.
up our favorite things. You know,
Yeah.
you know, that's why I watch him on TV.
These are a
And
few
I
of
cannot
my
afford to
favorite
do that.
things.
Domingo says he paid $400 to take the party bus to watch the Cowboys and the Seahawks at AT&T Stadium.
Okay.
So I mean, and
Yeah.
that party bus, you don't have to worry about driving. You know,
Right.
they take care of all that stuff. They get you the tickets. I'm assuming they're good tickets as well. So we got sideline.
Big time. But yeah.
But still.
But
I
for a
mean,
good reason.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought you were going to tell me that you scored tickets, dog. I mean, come on now. I was all excited.
I
Anyway.
mean, we'll talk about that later.
All right, good. Anyways, so yeah, we got to talk about the UFC. It's one of the things that we before we wrap it up. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get Fonzie on right now.
Yeah, we got to go to dinner.
We'll talk about the UFC, then I'll tell Fonzie to call in.
Sure. Idiocracy Part 2.
Okay, so UFC Freedom 250 just took place this past Saturday. There was one stupid thing that happened.
There was a few stupid things that
But
happened.
the main stupid thing that happened was what Josh Hokit said
Yeah.
about Michelle Obama. I'm not gonna give him.
You've said it.
I'm not
It's
gonna.
been said.
It's been said. I'm not gonna like go into that.
Yeah.
But that is embarrassing that was said.
Yeah.
You know, I know Dana White was not happy about that at all. But
good.
the one thing about Dana White, he says that, hey, you know what? I give all my fighters freedom of speech. I don't agree with what people sometimes what people say. And he right away said he didn't agree with that situation with that. It's like he did it to get attention, and he got attention.
For better or worse.
You know, so I mean that's his gimmick, I guess, to do that. You know, is a big stage. Whether, like I said, I don't get into politics when I do stuff like this, whether it be on this show or anything I do publicly, on the radio, TV, or whatever. But looking at it as a business-wise and a fan of the sport, visually that was a home run. Even though it did look like if the movie Jack is referencing is Idiocracy by Mike Judge. the creator of Beavis and Butthead. It was like it's easily at least 20 plus years old
Yes.
movie where a professional wrestler is the president of the United States, played by Terry Crews. So it kind of does remind you of that situation. But I was very impressed at how it looked. I was very impressed by the production. I was impressed by as much as people ragged on the fights, and we were wrong on the outcomes of the fights.
Very, very.
The main event
Fantastically wrong.
The main event was amazing. That match was probably one of the best fights of the year.
Okay.
And then the heavyweight match as well. The only criticism I'm going to give it is that it took way too damn long
Yes.
between fights. I kind of I was talking to Fonzie about is that it was about maybe 20 minutes between fights. Easily. But the presentation-wise, like I said, you take the politics out of it, it looked like you're playing a video. It's like the best way to describe it, it's like if you're playing a video game, and I'm going to go back to pro wrestling, because like in pro wrestling, at these pro wrestling games, you can make up your own arena, your own backdrop. It's like if you made your own arena in the WWE game and like you put the White House as the backdrop, Didn't they do that like in Street Fighter? They're like fighting behind one of those things?
Yeah.
Look,
so can I give you my 2 cents?
Yes, go ahead, please do.
So you can't take the politics out of it.
Okay.
Because of where it was.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Mando,
fair.
this is going to be an event that is going to be discussed in history class.
Mm-hmm.
This event is going to be in history books, for better or worse. You're going to look at this event 30 years down the line, depending on where this country is going to be headed in 30 years.
Yep.
I mean, if you think about it this way, in 30 years, you're going to have kids sitting in history class, opening up to a certain chapter and say, there was a fight. There was a fight card that happened outside the White House. The White House, the most prestigious house in the world, in the United States. How you had motocross jumping. You had fights taking place. You had fighters walking through the White House on the way to the octagon, barefoot, over the Oval Office, throwing snot rockets as they're going out into the, on their way to the octagon, pounding each other to death for victory in front of our great presidents. And it was an event that, for better or worse, will be in the history books. Who knows? On what side of history? That's up to you. And yet, was it entertaining? Absolutely. Was it dystopian? Slightly, because of where we are as a country now. So based on our entertainment and politics now, whether it be one side of the bird or the other. You've got this main event that, it was entertaining. How many illegal blows were given to Poetan? That was crazy. That was crazy too. The fact that you had
that fight should the main event, that fight should have been stopped before the fourth round.
But
the referee called it.
Yeah.
But they let him still continue.
He let him keep going, and so it's just people were so bloodlusted, man. They wanted to see more. Yeah, there were some great upsets.
Well,
there.
but what Justin Gaethje did, I mean, you think about Topuria.
It was incredible.
He came into this fight at 17-0.
Yep.
Topuria. The problem with Topuria was that he said he was going to knock him out in the first round. So right away, you put expectations, and Justin Gaethje is the fighter's fighter that's choosing. They love this guy, and he went out there, and obviously he can take a punch.
Yeah.
Because Topuria was connecting. And the whole thing with Gaethje is everybody knows that he's a hard puncher. Obviously,
Khabib even said he hit like truck.
And you look at Topuria's face. He looked. The best way to describe it with the people at the radio station on Monday. Then it's just like, bro, remember Rocky 1?
Yeah.
Or like,
Come in, Mick. He looked like he was in a car wreck.
Yeah, it looked bad.
His orbital bone was sticking out.
Yeah.
And he went to the hospital immediately.
Yeah, it was bad. So like I said,
there's an old saying, he who exalts himself will be humbled. And the fact that, Tempura, before the fight, he had a victory celebration before the fight, saying that, congratulating himself for winning before it even happened.
And sometimes you got to get humbled, and he got humbled, But like I said, if you're an MMA fan, like I said, politics aside or whatever, you have to say, wow, that was just because you could doesn't
Right.
mean you should, but they did it, you know.
It's
and
very-
and then Dana White doesn't care. He's like, he doesn't care what people think.
Right.
He wanted to see he can pull it off. Like I
Yeah.
said, like just the logistics that go into it, just for the
So crazy.
safety. You know, they have to screen so many people. You know, then
Yeah.
they had like another 40,000 people, like a couple of 100 feet away, 100 yards
yeah.
away. You know, like.
The crazy
Like I said,
thing.
they pulled it off, and I got to
Yes.
give them a lot of props. I was very entertained.
I'll agree with
know?
you there. The crazy thing is, Monster, is that this was a $60 million plus event, which Dana White said he would cover.
Yeah, and he says he's never doing it again,
This is a one and done.
and that's why he said he'd never do the Sphere again because it's too
Yeah.
expensive to pull it off. But like I said, like they pulled it off, and visually it looked great. Like like it is what it is. Like. But I'd like for the people on the other side that are very against this, I understand because when you get to
I
the
can see
politics,
both,
like,
yeah.
and this is going to sound very bad, but we all know that President Obama was a big basketball fan.
Uh-huh.
So the best way I can kind of relate to this, like if Obama would have had the NBA All-Star game or an NBA basketball game on the south lawn of the White House, the other side, they would have lost their damn mind.
No, of course,
It's the
of
best.
course.
It's the best way to kind of kind of a
Both sides will be teed off.
yeah,
and so-
exactly. But
yeah, but look at at the end of the day, dude. Again, it was a little dystopian. You had fights in front of the
it's
president,
it's crazy.
and you had a dude that goes off and he mouths off
Yeah,
to
that
the
for
former
me,
first lady.
for me, that was the lowest point.
He goes on to acknowledge his Lord and Savior, and then he disses the
Yeah,
first lady.
that
what a clown.
That,
Get
that,
outta here.
that is
Get
the
outta here.
most embarrassing thing. Like I said,
Yeah.
But like I said, other than that, like me looking at it as a sports guy,
Uh-huh.
I gotta say
It was entertaining.
that was entertaining. That was
Sure.
a success. That was a home run
Sure.
for the UFC. They pulled it off.
first.
And the fact that it was delayed because I was telling Fonzie, hey Fonzie, let me know like if it's going on before I decide to subscribe to Paramount Plus. I gotta know it's gonna start on time.
You got to give me your fire stick.
And yes, so yeah, and I did not subscribe to Paramount. I still saw it, but anyways, so yeah. But like I said, as a sports fan, it was a home run
We got
for
to
the
see
UFC.
a moment of history. Here's the thing. It was a moment of time in history.
So let's bring in.
All right, I'm getting hungry.
Let's bring in Fonzie. Where's Fonzie? There's Fonzie. What's going on, Fonzie? How are you, bro?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Yo,
What I know, Fonzie. Me and Fonzie are going back and forth. Well, first of all, Fonzie was very excited because was it the same guy that did the
It's
stupid
the same
thing?
guy that
Yeah,
he did that nice promo.
he came out with the Real American. You
Real
know.
American man.
By the way, I will say this, and I thought it was pretty funny, is that they went all like they played the what was the comedian King of Queens, or what was his name? What's his name? The comedian had the TV show King of Queens.
yeah. He was in his own movie, Ready to Rumble. Or Ready
Yes, yeah.
Ready
He
to
played
Rumble.
UFC fighter. Anyways, he did a whole thing like there's a clip of him, ladies and gentlemen, God bless America, and
Yeah.
all this other stuff, and let's get ready to rumble, let's get ready to fight, whatever. So they did all that real pro-American stuff, and then the first two fighters came out to Mexican music.
Kevin James.
Yes, Kevin James. And then the first two fighters that came out were playing Mexican music. I
Fantastic.
thought it was hilarious.
Fantastic.
And one of them was the Chona. That was just like, and one of them was American. The other
Yeah.
one was from Brazil, whatever it was. It was Diego Lopez and Steve Garza, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm correct when I say that.
Diego Lopez and Garcia.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So what's going on with you, Fonzie, this week, bro?
Hey man, I mean, you guys are talking about UFC. I'll tell you this: it was a great show. You guys talk about, I'm not going to put in politics in here because you know what? Nobody's going to ever be happy about it. But
It's true.
performance-wise, it looks like UFC took a page off of the WWE on how to put a production on, because that was a great production in what you saw right in front of the White House. But it was also great to see, the men and women that serve or that are currently serving, and then how they acknowledge the Medal of Honor people and those heroes. That's the big picture. And a lot of people, you forget to see all that stuff because that's important to me, for me being a veteran. But it's important to a lot of guys to see that. And they're getting that recognition on the biggest stage there is, right in front of the White House. You get in there with the UFC, one of the premier brands of sports entertainment, because that's what it is. Sports entertainment all across. I mean, you can't put anything else. Just like the NFL,
Yep. Yep.
the NBA, they're all sports entertainment
Yeah.
now. It's not.
The,
It's
the
not WWE.
the one thing that they totally took, and this is TKO, because remember TKO owns the UFC. The one thing they did take, like WWE, first night of WrestleMania, they were playing all these damn commercials.
Yep.
And like I said, I even told you, it was like, dude, this is taking forever in between fights. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a workout on, and then I'll come back, and then the second guy is
Go
already
eat,
coming
come
out.
back,
No,
go
it was
to the
taking
bathroom.
that long,
Yeah,
but like
go
I said,
water
like,
the grass.
that I thought that was success. Fonzie, let's move on from the UFC. What's going on in your mind this week, bro?
You know what? I liked what I saw on Raw. It looks like Obafemi, he advances, but I think the buck stopped here. I think the next one, I think there's going to be some kind of interference in my book, because
Okay,
they
so
just
so we all agree that Brock Lesnar is gonna interfere.
Somehow, some way.
So do you think it's gonna happen at Clash of Champions? Because I would be totally shocked if it's Javon Evans that wins the King of the Ring and he
no
faces a
way.
Roman Reigns.
You abruptly
You know it's
stopped
gonna
this push.
be Jey Uso. That's gonna
Dude.
it's gonna be Jey
It's
Uso
gonna be
versus
Jey Uso.
Oba. So here's the question: is they're teasing you that Brock Lesnar is going to interfere? Is it either going to happen at Clash of the Champions, or is it going to happen in the main event of SummerSlam?
I'm so vested in this.
I think it's going to happen at Clash of Champions. I really do.
Okay.
Because they need a build up for SummerSlam. They need that build up. So I think that's where it works. I mean, this is where you got to tune in.
I just can't believe that they're going to do Jey Uso in the WWE Championship match.
I know.
Whether it be now, if it was against Gunther, I would get that because he beat Gunther the first time to win the championship. But still, either way,
I think it's going to be Gunther. I think Gunther will be champion going into SummerSlam.
So
I could see that happening.
So it could be Gunther versus Jey Uso, and then you have some type of a hardcore match between Sammy and Cody because he cost them the championship, and then the Wolfman is gonna interfere, and Jey Uso is gonna be the champion. He's gonna beat Gunther. But are you really gonna give Gunther the championship for not even a month? Are you really going to do that to him?
You can't do that.
Gunther is not a traditional is not a transitional champion.
No, he's your throwback classic heel that deserves a good run as a champion.
But the beauty of this, gentleman, is that we don't know what's going to happen. So that's good that they got us all thinking. So yeah.
Well, we've given so many scripts on here now. So I mean, there could be many outcomes, and which way it falls, who knows? But I don't know if you guys. I know that you guys didn't watch SmackDown. I think it's starting to turn up on there. I don't know if you saw the mishap where Cardell.
I saw that. I mean, it happens. It happens. Jade Cargill had a wig mishap. It happens. I'm actually amazed that it doesn't happen as much.
It didn't happen before. Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, it happens. Wow. Messi just scored a goal. That's why I said wow, because it just came up on my thing.
Crazy.
World Cup is going on. But yeah, Fonzie, like I said, I think SmackDown, that's the reason why I was actually surprised they're doing this match on SmackDown as opposed to in Saudi, because they're trying to get the ratings up. Because right now it's tough. You're going up against the World Cup and everybody's watching that stuff.
Yeah.
Just like we're going up against the World Cup.
It's like comparing, you're trying to compete against Monday Night Football. You got to bring your A games now, right now, because you're competing against the World Cup and not the NBA Finals anymore, at least. But you want eyes on you. You gotta put that Attitude Era type of matches in in those time zones now.
Well, that's what you're getting now with Gunther and Cody so far. And so and your King of the Ring tournament.
The one thing I did love for Monday night is how they used. See, that's the proper way to use a celebrity.
With Eric
Andre. Of course, he's gonna be in the next.
He's in Street Fighter.
He's in Street Fighter. He's also going to be in the next Jackass movie.
Yep.
So he can take stunts. So that was a proper way, and of course making Fatu look.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So, Fonzie,
Well,
what else before we wrap it up, bro?
You know what? I'll tell you right now, man. Two things. I look forward to these upcoming pay-per-views. They're going to be great. I think there's going to have some great outcomes to head us into to SummerSlam. AEW is going to have a good product out there.
Yeah, we
You
didn't,
know,
we didn't even get a chance to talk about Forbidden Door.
I know.
But it's okay because next week will be all Forbidden Door and Clash of Champions. So I kind of like that, like Fonzie, like because I sent it to you too, and Jack, you see all the stuff I wanted to talk about, and I really didn't. I literally almost forgot about the UFC. Even though that's one of the main
We
things
went on a tangent.
even though that was one of those main things that I put out there that we're going to talk about, I totally forgot about it until I turned and looked at my notes. Oh my God, UFC!
That's the beauty of being live.
You know,
hey, but I'll tell you, UFC, man. I just saw you. Like you said, I even texted you and said, man, whatever happens in this show, I don't care. Real American got played.
yeah,
I
he
don't
was
care who
happy.
it was, and that was so awesome.
All right,
You know, that was the best thing.
That's cool. All right, Fonzie, we appreciate you, brother. We'll talk to you next week, brother. Thanks, Fonzie. Take it
All right,
easy,
my brother.
There
We'll
you
talk to you then.
Later,
All right, we'll
brother.
see you. There's Fonzie, and it was crazy to see that they would have. It was the beginning of the song, then they had a live band,
And they played it.
and then like for me, the one that kind of like was like, are they really playing the Desperado theme song, the from the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas? Yeah, they played it, and that was like, is that the same guy? And it was people, it was military people, the military band singing it, and they like that was tip top.
Awesome.
That was pretty awesome to see. Before we wrap it up, I shout out to my cousin Marisa Williams, who's watching. Shout out to my cousin. I do have to mention it was a big announcement made by Pro Wrestling Legacy. Like I said, I was trying to get Caesar on, but he wasn't available. We'll try to get him next week. And like I said, he had told me about this maybe about a month ago. Remember when we had him on, and then 2 days later, he asked me, hey, what do you think about this? I go, I think this is a great idea. And I know it was kind of out there, but now it's official that they're going to have Eddie Guerrero Day. So it's going to happen in Lincoln Park. The Heart of El Paso is officially going to host the Eddie Guerrero Day celebration. And let me just put I did come prepared, if I remember where it's at. I don't know where I put it. Hold up, there it is. There it is, and I'm gonna cover myself so you can see the.
Very nice.
That is the beauty of me doing this live, is that Pro Wrestling Legacy is gonna have the Eddie Guerrero Day celebration on November the 7th, 2026. He still didn't know the day was gonna happen.
That's in Segundo Vario, isn't it?
Correct. So Pro Wrestling Legacy, Delgado Promotions, Lucha Libre, and the City of El Paso coming together to honor the life, legacy, and impact of one of the greatest wrestlers ever into wrestling. And of course, talking about Eddie Guerrero. So they're going to have live pro wrestling, Lucha Libre, obviously, live music, meet and greets, and much, much more. It's going to be a family fun event, a celebration of El Paso's own favorite son. So like I said, it's going to be a great thing happening there in Lincoln Park, otherwise known as Chicano Park, November the 7th. So we'll have more information as you see it on your screen there. And, of course, his daughter is going to be making an appearance as well. So that's going to be a good thing. And like I said, we'll try to get him on next week or when it gets closer to it, too. And that Pro Wrestling Legacy has a big event on Friday. I think they have a world title match. So that's it, Jack. So that's going to wrap it up. We went an hour and a half, which is normally what I fear with the show. I like going an hour, but if we go an hour and a half, that's pretty good. Like, we have a guest. Like, I don't mind going the extra 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
we're trying to get on Persephone. We're trying to get Persephone on the show. I know she's very busy. Like I said, she's in the news doing great things. So we'll try to get Persephone on. So guarantee we're going to have her eventually one of these shows. I'll pass
By hook or by crook.
Correct. So that's it. I mean, what else is going on with you, bro?
This is it, man.
All right, good.
Just hanging here in our beautiful gym.
How can people listen to you here in the beautiful city of Las Cruces or online?
Every morning on 104.9. That is Rock 104.9 here in town in Las Cruces. And you can also get the app in the App Store, Google Play. Rock 104.9
And I'm just telling you, like, they no lie, they play the best rock. If you're a rock fan, they play the stuff that I wish we would have played when I was at the other station.
Yeah,
Like the music they play is legit. Like,
we don't mess around.
Cool. It's
we don't mess
cool.
around. So All you got to do is just put it on the station, leave it there, and we'll take care of the rest.
There you go. And with me, you can see all the stuff I do here. Then Mondays and Fridays with Johnny Cage, Javi, and Romy on 92.7 Mix. I believe they call it Mix.
How's
El
that
Paso.
studio, man? It looks
It's
pretty
big,
cool.
It's big. It's a big studio.
It's a
yeah.
very nice studio. Yeah.
To put it in perspective, will you know? I guess it's kind of like the size of the studio that we worked in, the big one, and then they have a side studio where they do all the mixing and scratching live. It's a nice building, you know.
That's cool.
It's haunted, but still pretty cool to see.
Makes it even better.
So first of all, I want to thank everybody that joined us.
Like and subscribe.
Oh my God, hold up!
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. There it is. I told you I have like an animated version of that, but I don't know where it's at.
But for now,
yeah, like and subscribe. Okay, so
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And then also
Like and subscribe.
when I get to it, remember it's available also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and all that good stuff. You know, there it is. There it is. So that's it, Jack. Good job, and it's good to see you here in person. So I'll see you.
Likewise.
I'll see you another 6 weeks in person. Hey, man, gas ain't cheap, y'all. Sale caro, bro. That's Mexican for like, hey, man, it's expensive. Gas is expensive. So, Jack, good job as always.
Orderly.
All right, so until next week, I'm Mando Medina saying goodbye along with my tag team partner, Jack Lutz. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, bye.